Sending up prayers. Sending come. Can you mail me your cum? Can you send me something in the mail?
Can it be your cum? Oh, shit.
Welcome in.
Come on, guys. There we go. Hey, Floor. How are you?
Flor.
What's up, everybody?
RWC, Little Miggy, Dano, Jocelyn, Shayna, Dustin, Imperial Shot, Johnny, Anti-Spin Andrew, Alex, Brandy, Lacey. Hi, guys. Hello, everyone.
What's up?
Thanks for being here, everyone. Tommy, Abby.
Oh, my God.
We got something for you. It's an episode.
Oh, yeah.
Do that.
Let's do it.
Nothing makes me want to start a shotgun quite like the time change here in Ohio. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Daylight Savings Time. I'm your host, one of your hosts, the delicious Nicolicious.
I'm Rob Dog. What's up? How's everybody doing?
Sad.
Welcome to the fucking voting week.
I mean this in the least racist way possible. I'm sad because it's dark outside.
Yeah, man.
And I do think that we got to get this figured out.
We gotta write our congressman or whatever the fuck.
Daylight farmers.
Can we boycott it?
You motherfuckers don't have flashlights?
I know, right?
In the city, we got flashlights.
It's true.
We keep them things on us.
I mean, yeah. Gotta stay armed. Keep one in your pocket. In case you gotta beat someone off.
My buddy at work is telling me how he, long story, but he won an autographed fleshlight from Christy Mack.
Okay.
She's the one that got beat up by War Machine.
Yeah, dude, that poor fucking thing.
She got her face caved in.
Fuck yeah, she did.
But
oh man,
before that happened, she did an autographed fleshlight to my friend at work.
That's pretty cool.
And I asked him if he used it, and he said no.
It's a lie.
And I said, well, bring it in and let me have it or see it.
Let me use it.
And he said, well, I'm not going to do that. And I said, well, if it's brand new and it's unused, then why can't you give it? Why can't you let me see it? And he said, well, it's not in the box. It's not. So it'd be gross to give you something. And I said, well, it's not a big deal, man, if you ain't used it.
Yeah, don't make it a big deal, buddy.
And he said, it's between my box spring and my mattress. And I said, well, then you've used it.
He fucks it. Yeah.
You fuck it doggy style.
Yeah. Just own up to the fucking, man. It ain't that big a deal.
I've never seen a real fleshlight in person.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I have either.
But I hear they've got some girth to them.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'd probably use one.
Yeah.
We got that foot thing that someone mailed us, but that's not quite the same.
It is, but it isn't.
Fajankle?
Yeah. It is, but it isn't.
Hey, I don't have her name written down. I'll have it in the next episode.
Okay.
We had a very nice young lady that mailed my daughter's Taylor Swift prints that she drew.
Mm-hmm.
And, dude, this is a legit artist that mailed us. Like, this is...
Really? That's pretty cool.
And she sells this stuff, and it is... My daughters were over the moon, and unfortunately, she sent one print, so they had to fight to the death to see who got it.
No, you only have one daughter?
And I've got one daughter. She's 7. She defeated the other older ones.
She let the two older ones kill each other?
Yeah, but thank you so much for sending us that. I need to get the name so I can plug her in the... Well, not plug her, but you know what I mean. It's fucking... We just had a episode a couple days ago, and we're back doing another episode.
Can't stop us. Can't hold us back.
So what I'm saying is there's no new Patreon subscribers.
It's all good. It's okay.
And remember, if you try to subscribe to our Patreon, you get, just before the show tonight, we did a Zoom call where you get to join us on a Zoom chat and just talk to us.
Just all hang out.
Face to face, hang out. We say words that we can't normally say on the main episode. and everyone laughs at us, and everyone has a good time. We also do this game. If you join the Zoom chat for the first time, Rob and I do this game where we try and guess your age and your occupation just going off of your appearance alone. And it's always a really fun game because we'll be like, you look like a fucking dinosaur bone digger. And they're like, well, I'm a forklift mechanic. But we're usually pretty close in the age. We've got the age thing dialed in.
We've nailed the occupation a little bit here and there, but
yeah. But the women, though, I lie about. Even if I think they're 50, I'm like, oh, you're 23 and you're a homemaker or whatever. I lie to them.
You kind of got to pad that number a little bit.
I think it was at work the other day. Some guy I work around. I wouldn't even call him a friend, but he told a lady at my work. He said, "You look tired," and I was like, "Hold on, motherfucker." And he's like, "Why?" And she just kind of stomped off. I said, "No matter what a young lady looks like, you can't tell these beautiful baby birdies that they look tired. Okay." There's no polite way to tell anyone that they look tired. That's like a passive way of telling somebody they look like shit.
It really is. It's such a backhanded.
You got to say something less becoming, like, God, you look like fucking hot dog shit warmed over.
Yeah. It's like, geez, you look fucking old today.
Yeah. You just don't need to. If you see something like that, this is just me helping you guys become a better person. There's no need to tell somebody I deal with herpes on my face. And some people say, oh, you got a herpes. And I'll say, oh, I didn't fucking know when I woke up this morning that I had a cold sore on my face.
Thank you for letting me know.
Thanks a lot for telling me that I'm positive for the herpes disease. Thanks a lot. Like there's no, but if someone's got a booger or something. You say, hey, bitch.
Clean your nose.
You got a Rice Krispie. You got something.
I always live in constant fear that I got something in my teeth and nobody's telling me.
It doesn't bother me.
Oh, dude. I'd be mortified.
Really? There's something in your teeth?
Yeah.
See, we had broccoli. We had broccoli with dinner, and it stunk really bad in here. But I don't know what I'm trying to get to there. But they say broccoli gets you. I don't ever get broccoli in my teeth.
Yeah.
The booger thing doesn't bother me. Toothpaste, dried.
They're talking about boogers in your teeth. I was like, oh God.
No, I eat those.
Those never make it.
I get toothpaste stains around my mouth a lot, and I'll go the entire day until I get a real motherfucker that'll be like, dude, you got toothpaste on your.
You got some fucking schmutz on your lip.
You got some Colgate in the corner of your mouth, and that kind of makes me feel really bad about myself.
Now I eat and I'm automatically fucking. If I don't have a mirror around me, I'm camera on my phone.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Hell,
I go crazy.
I'm one time I'm just gonna be like, dude, I'm watching the YouTube. I'm gonna have someone CGI a fucking
turtle,
a whole tossed salad in your mouth. Like, Robert, you had carrots and onions.
Oh man, yeah, I don't know why it's always been one of those things. It's like, oh God. I think it goes back. I think there was an episode of Pete and Pete.
I remember it
where it was the guy who was the inspector for the underwear.
Yeah,
he was dating this girl, or he went on a date with this woman, and he was in love with her until she had a big piece of broccoli stuck in her teeth, and he was repulsed by her. That's like in my psyche deep down.
That's good. Yesterday we went to a pizza place to celebrate my nephew's birthday. Mm-hmm. Happy 17th birthday, buddy.
Hey.
And we went to Marion's, your old stomping grounds. Rob used to work there when we were kids.
Yep.
I went up to my mom and she said, how are you guys doing? We haven't seen my mom in a few days. And I said, it's been a pretty emotional day. You know, my mom gets caught up pretty easily.
Sure.
She's like, what's wrong? And I said, well, and if you have kids with you right now that's still, if you have kids with you and they rock with Santa, you know, then you should probably fast forward past this part, because we're going to say some mean things about Santa Claus. Even though he's a really nice guy, we have some really mean things to say about him. So I would fast forward 4 or 5 minutes. I give you 10 seconds to do that, so don't drive yourself crazy.
Sure.
1, 2, 3. Because, all that magic there in the North Pole. Okay, we're good now. I said, it's a pretty emotional day. And she said, what's wrong? I said, Emily told Sophie that Santa Claus isn't real.
Oh, you had a...
Mind you, Emily's almost 16.
You had a mole in the house. Inside job.
Well, this gets better.
Okay, good.
Sophie's 12. Got the mind of a 22-year-old girl at the club. They both are very aware of the magic of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I made this up and told my mom because my mom
gotcha.
is very territorial over that.
I was going to say, damn,
she sat me down when I was a junior in high school and said, I got something to share with you. I said, what's that? She said, Santa ain't real. And I said, okay, you found fucking condoms on my floor 3 weeks ago. And you're trying to give me this revelation right now. Anyways, and she's like, I swear to fucking God, I swear to God. And then she walks up, she like fucking punches Emily in the head, and she says, what are you doing to your sister? And Emily's like, what? And she had no idea what was going on. And my mom just like read and just stormed off. And Emily's like, what was that about? And I said, you know what you did. She said, I have no idea. And my mom came back and was like, oh, I'm so sick of thinking about this. Thinking about what you did to your little baby sister. And Emily was like, what?
Like, I didn't do anything.
And my mom walked away again. She's like, what is she talking about? Like, she's getting all teary-eyed. And I said, I told her that you told Sophie that Santa Claus isn't real. And she's like, oh, my God.
She just said she told Paisley.
No, it's funnier because it was Sophie.
Because she's old?
Yeah. And Sophie was laughing, too.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And then Emily's like, watch this, because she's kind of like, she acts just like me.
Yeah.
And she's like, Nana, what are you talking about? And my mom's like, you told your sister that Santa Claus isn't real. And then Emily dropped her knees and started crying. She's like, he's not real. He's not real. He's not real. And just like in the fucking middle of Marion's screaming. It's Marion's on a Sunday. It's packed, dude. Saturday or whatever. And my mom's like, get up. She's trying to fucking grab her and get her up off the ground. Get the fuck up. Get up. Get up. I just love they bring as much suffering to her as I have over the years.
That's great.
He's not real. He's not real. He's not real.
Your poor mom.
I know.
Oh, what did she do to deserve you?
Take it all in stride. She's gonna handle it.
Oh, that's great.
All right. A French man dies by suicide after a failed beard transplant.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. A French student died by suicide after receiving a failed beard transplant in Istanbul from someone allegedly pretending to be a surgeon.
Oh, that sucks.
March 2024, 24-year-old Mathieu Vigler-Vator traveled to Istanbul for a beard transplant. He was studying business in Paris at the time. According to the Daily Mail, the cost of the beard transplant was around $1,950.
That's not bad.
Only a fifth of the price that it would traditionally cost and have this procedure performed in France.
Istanbul's where you're supposed to go to get that shit done.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Turkey.
Gobble, gobble, motherfucker. He found the clinic online, which appeared credible as it reportedly had certification from Turkey's Ministry of Health. He learned after the procedure that the man performing the transplant was allegedly not a medical professional, but an estate agent.
Ooh.
After the procedure, Latour's beard was reportedly oddly shaped and grew at an unnatural angle like a hedgehog.
Oh, shit.
Over the years, Turkey has become more popular for cosmetic surgeries, including nose jobs and hair transplants. Mm-hmm. The popularity is primarily due to cheaper costs. According to a Turkish state-owned healthcare agency, USHAS, over 750,000 patients traveled to Turkey to receive health services in 2019. In 2025, that number grew in 2023, that number grew to over 1.5 million people.
Yeah, tons of celebrities go there to get it done.
Medical professionals encourage people who are considering traveling to Turkey for procedures to thoroughly research a doctor's qualifications, as the title of cosmetic surgeon is not protected by law.
Gotta watch out for that.
I would like a pube transplant. Let's see.
Long, luscious locks.
I want to look like a horse. No, I don't want a horse dick. I want the hair around my dick to look like a horse tail.
You want to be able to style it and shit.
The plan was to remove 4,000 hair grafts from the back of his head and move them to his face. It became shaped unnaturally. He said he was suffering from both mentally. He was suffering mentally and physically. He was in pain, suffered from burns, and couldn't sleep. The family tried to find a qualified expert in France to help correct the failed transplant. After being unsuccessful, they found Dr. Jean Devore, a hair transplant specialist in Belgium. Devore examined Latour and found that 1,000 out of the 4,000 hair grafts that were removed from his scalp would not grow back.
Oh, no.
He also concluded that Latour would have permanent scarring. Jacques said the news worsened his son's mental health, leading to his developing body dysmorphia. He ultimately committed suicide.
Damn, that's sad.
Because of his beard. His beard is weird. In the words of...
Damn.
That beard was really weird.
Now we know who that song's about.
God rest his soul, and God bless America.
R.I.P. Bad Beard Man.
For Election Day tomorrow. Get out and vote.
Yeah, do it.
Not for beard transplants. Me and Rob Dog do beer transplants, where we take beer cups, beer bottles, beer mugs, and we put the beer in our body. Very aggressively.
Really, really good at that.
Really hard. Very hard. And I would like to say our favorite brewery, the Hairless Hare in Vandalia, Ohio, the place that we like to frequent, they have their pizza of the month, which is the Italian pizza, or the Italian stallion, as they once called it. It's a pizza on hand-tossed crust with all the likes of a Italian sub. You got some sweet relish, some capicola, some pepperoni, some lettuce, some Italian dressing on a pizza. Have you had that one there?
Yeah.
It's my favorite.
It's really good. It's not my favorite, but it's really good.
What's your favorite from there?
The motherfucking Skyline pizza, dog.
I haven't had it.
It's so fucking good.
Is it?
It's so fucking good. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It's great.
All right. Speaking of that, here's a break from a couple of our wonderful sponsors. Some of you say, what's Skyline? Well, it's Cincinnati-style chili.
Yeah. Famous
for it here in Ohio.
It sounds really weird, the pizza it does, but it's really fucking good because it's got hot dogs on it. It does. It's got little cut up hot dogs on it. It's so fucking good.
Your mom's going to have a hot dog on her later.
No, I bet she will.
My wife sent me some scary faces.
Uh-oh.
And something about a more honor roll. Oh my God, my daughter made the honor roll. She's struggled over the years. You know what I mean? But she made the honor roll.
Good for her.
Yeah. All right, so this is a juicy love, maybe a little incestuous.
Ooh.
Murder, mystery, extravaganza.
Who doesn't love a good little bit of incest to start their
Lust.
Tuesday morning?
You know, if I really want to turn the tables on my mom and that Santa Claus thing, I'd hire one of my brothers to fuck her, because I'm not going to do it. But
that'll teach her.
That would create an odd Thanksgiving this year.
Right.
What dish are you most looking forward to at Thanksgiving this year?
Fucking deviled eggs, dog.
I saw these BLT deviled eggs the other day.
Yeah.
Mother of God.
Oof. Any event, it's always deviled eggs.
You ever put Frank's Red Hot on it? You put hot Tabasco on them?
Try it. I don't think I have, but I'll do it.
For me, for old dad.
Sure.
Couple shots.
No, yeah, any deviled egg
And
adjacent.
and right before you take a bite, you gotta say, "Show me what that pussy do," and then you eat the egg.
Just take the whole fucking gobbler down.
Yeah. We're talking about Barbara Daly, and that's not spelled Daly like you spell Daly. It's Daly.
Okay, Daly.
Dirty Barb Daly.
Barb.
She was born in 1922 in Boston. And
that bitch is old.
That bitch is old, dude. She's dead.
Dead as fuck. Yeah.
Well, not for reasons you would think either.
Okay.
She faced her she had a very traumatic upbringing.
Okay.
She faced her first traumatic event at a very young age when her father, a patent attorney, a very, very wealthy patent attorney, committed suicide by inhaling gas.
Oh, dude.
What a way to go out.
Yeah, man. It's no one wants to inhale gas.
No, I'll suck on some ass.
Dude. Speaking of inhaling gas, we had White Castle a couple days ago, dog. Oh boy.
It smells,
dude,
the same coming out as it does going in.
Yeah, it does. It's
which is
rough.
remarkable.
I had to use the bathroom at my work today, and I felt so bad for everybody. I shut the door behind me. I'm like, give that like 3 hours. Dude, it was rough.
That's not for kids.
No, not at all.
The circumstances of his death were shocking, and it did leave Barbara, bad Barb, with a bit of an emotional scars. There were definitely some voids there from her father leaving her life at such a young age. There was a significant financial burden of his absence that deeply affected the family. Like I stated before, he was a very wealthy patent attorney, and this did push the family into deep economic hardship. This greatly reduced their social status because when he was alive, they were wealthy.
Sure.
They were living high on the hog, buddy. They're going to fancy parties, rubbing elbows with all the fancy people back in the 20s. I don't know who that would be.
That was a small list.
Marilyn Monroe? Shit. No, she was older than that because she fucked JFK.
Yeah.
Rosie O'Donnell, she's from the 20s, right?
Well, who would have been back then? Lincoln?
Fucking rubbing knobby elbows with Lincoln.
Fucking Ulysses S. Grant.
Yeah, man. But and that created some issues for young Barbara because she was so used to being this rich, wealthy socialite, and then she went from that to eating dog shit in gutters. I didn't find that in the research specifically, but from what I'm able to ascertain from all this, she was eating dog shit out of the gutter after her dad died. And as Barbara grew, her beauty became both her escape and her currency, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
She had them fucking things on her, buddy.
Yeah, buddy.
People around her often noted her striking, gorgeous looks. Robin, she's in the cover art for this show. She was strikingly beautiful.
Yeah, you pulled her up, and I was like, damn, she's a babe.
And she began to leverage this as a way to gain favor and acceptance and even security in her social life. She was charming her way into higher social circles, and she really had to do some extreme behaviors to gain this acceptance.
Okay.
You know, I've talked a lot lately about how I'm just so sick of people just doing whatever it takes to gain clicks and likes, and quite aggravating to watch it all unfold. You know, somebody sent me something. One of the kids, they're like, you gotta watch this. So I downloaded TikTok and watched the video they sent me, and then I flipped through 4 videos, and I said, I fucking hate all of this. So stupid. All I know is somebody killed a fucking squirrel. They weren't supposed to kill this squirrel.
Okay.
And now it's a big deal.
Huh.
You're not in tune with this?
Not at all.
Have you seen the guy on TikTok that has a squirrel that jumps, like jump into his pocket and jump on his shoulder, and he walks around with a squirrel? He's got a squirrel he lives with.
I haven't, no.
Well, some cunt from New York turned him in for owning a wild animal, and some government agency in New York allegedly busted in, took the squirrel, and euthanized it.
What?
And now the whole entire internet is up in arms over this Peanut the squirrel.
Damn, that's fucked up.
It is, man. That dude had a good-sized raccoon living with him, too, and they They took the squirrel and the raccoon.
They killed his coon?
They killed fucking both of them.
Damn, dude, that's dirty.
Killed the squirrel and the fucking raccoon.
You could find those animals free outside. Why is it illegal to have them?
You just be like, I don't know how they got in here. I left some cat food down, and now I can't get them out. I don't need you to kill them. I know that.
Oh, man.
Dude, I remember when we were kids, my dad used to go to this animal bazaar in Lucasville.
Mm-hmm.
And one year he came home with flying squirrels.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
And my mom was fit to be tied, dog.
Those things are cool as fuck.
Oh, are they? Because in the middle of the night when they're fucking, they go just this god-awful, blood-shrieking, curdling noise.
That's great.
And, yeah, dude, they used to get hooked together all the time.
Oh, like while they're fucking?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
dude.
dogs.
Nice. You got that corkscrew dick. Can you imagine them flying through the air and fucking? They're just crashing into shit while they're flying fucking.
Dude, I remember we were just always like, because they're in this cage and we never got them out.
Right.
Because as soon as you touch them, they bite you.
They're fucking mean.
They were literally the worst animals ever.
Oh, that's hilarious.
And then one day, my older brother was home with us, and he said, I'm tired of asking questions. He opened the door and he said, just let's watch them. Let's see what they do.
Oh, shit.
And these fuckers got out, and we spent 3 hours trying to catch them.
Really?
Yeah, dude. We
Fast as fuck.
Oh, fast. And then when they leap off of something, they glide. So they can glide from one end of the house to the other.
That's pretty cool.
And we were fucked, dude. We couldn't catch these things.
Was he the one that ended up catching them?
Finally, my cousin came over, God rest his soul, and caught him with a hat, like a beanie, like a ball cap.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty funny.
Bad animals that have.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, so people around Barbara, they often noted her striking looks, and she began to leverage this as a way to gain favor, acceptance, and even security. But from a young age, Barb displayed symptoms of depression. She often spoke about feeling lost, feeling displaced, feeling like she was haunted by a feeling of emptiness despite her social climbing. The unresolved trauma from her dad's suicide, you mix that with her mother's emotional distance, it likely caused some serious issues for Barb, and it made her a little fragile in terms of her self-worth. Her mom pushed her away. It was her mom's coping after dad died. She just like didn't want anything to do with her daughter. Just leave me alone. Don't talk to me. And it through my research, I found that Barb likely had suffered from bipolar mood swings. Her friends noted that she had frequent, unpredictable outbursts, which would range from fits of anger to deep sadness. Barb's mood often seemed beyond her control for whatever reason, making it difficult for her to maintain stable relationships. Her friends were just,
I mean, mental fucking wellness wasn't really a thing back in the 20s. You know what I mean?
No, they said, "Oh, she's crazy."
Yeah.
Her volatility was sometimes seen as eccentricity, a quirk of her personality. So, oh, she's just wild, baby. She's untamed. She's a Mustang.
Wild.
She's a wild girl. But in all actuality, it was a sign of her unresolved emotional turmoil that she was going through.
Poor thing.
She'd often pose for painters. Paint me like one of your fancy French girls. She'd pose for fashion magazines, Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, if you guys remember that one. That's the original Spank magazine.
Hell yeah. Good for her.
But she'd pose for painters. She was very gorgeous young lady. She had hairy areolas though, which made her a bit of a side attraction, like
that's rough.
Sideshow.
Yeah.
If you've got hairy areolas, send us an email.
I love saying that.
Harryareola at brohiopodcast@gmail.com.
Subject line: hairy areolas.
If your mom's got hairy areolas, send us an email, brohiopodcast@gmail.com. Put your mom's cell phone number in there.
Or if you make your own milk, just send us one that says dairy areolas.
Dairy areolas. Or if you have Little Mermaid areolas.
Ariel areolas.
That's what I call whenever I see Little Mermaid on TV. I'll say, areola. My kids are like, no.
Oh, shit.
Now, she did get an invitation to Hollywood for a screen test with the actor Dana Andrews.
Oh, hell yeah.
But it did not. I don't know who the fuck that is.
I don't even know if it's a guy.
Unfortunately, it did not lead to film stardom, but it did lead to a friendship with fellow aspiring actress Cornelia Dickey Bakeland.
Oh, yeah, I love Cornelia.
Let's see what she looks like.
Yeah.
Shall we? Let's be
Sure.
shallow. People say, "Oh, they're so shallow." Well, yeah. You've got us fucking pegged, and not in the fun way either.
Look at these people, dude. These people were gorgeous back
These
then.
were good-looking people.
I didn't even think there was a such thing as an attractive person in the 20s.
Hairy armpits and buttholes.
Do you think, like, the bigger the bush, the more beautiful they were considered? Because, they were all about the bush back then.
Could you imagine just taking a girl's pants off and just her having a fucking hairy asshole, just hairier than yours?
I wonder what the guy, like, the first thought was of a guy that saw a woman with a completely bald pussy.
This looks yucky.
I like it with the stank on it.
Is there something wrong with it? Is there something wrong with it?
You have worms?
I know there's some young ladies listening to the show. Like, it's been a while. I ain't been with a man in a while. I don't shave my butthole. You go, girl.
Hell yeah.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
Everyone likes a little fucking extra cheese in that Whopper every once in a while. You better wipe good.
It doesn't look like a good fucking sprig of alfalfa.
We went to Sam's Club to get some toilet paper, and they're out of toilet paper again.
Of course, yeah.
Gone. But they had Charmin on sale.
Okay.
But the Charmin, it doesn't have there's like the perforated cuts.
Yeah.
Charmin's wavy lines. It's not a straight cut.
Really?
And I felt like my home had like Saudi Arabia oil money last night when I went to shit because our toilet paper has like
that's funny.
wavy perforated cuts in it.
I didn't know that was a thing.
And when I tear I'm just go like I can't help it. When I tear the toilet paper off, I just go, I just laugh at all the poor people outside my house.
Can't hide money, man.
So yeah, she met fellow aspiring actress Cornelia Dickey Bakeland, which in turn, Dickey introduced Barbara to her younger brother. His name was Brooks.
It's a cool fucking name.
It is a pretty cool name. And he was a trainee pilot with the Royal Canadian Air Force.
That's fucking cool.
That's, it's Mr. Universe right there. His name's Brooks.
Yeah.
He's training to be a pilot for the Royal Canadian Air Force.
Good for him.
The marriage between Barb and Brooks, they got married pretty quickly, was a bit of a whirlwind because Barb lied to him pretty much right away and said, "I'm pregnant."
Hell yeah, girl. Secure the bag.
"I'm pregnant. We must get married." And Brooks, being the Royal Canadian Air Force pilot that he was, said, "Okay, Barb, I guess we got to lock her down." And they got married over a lie, over her saying, "I'm pregnant," and she really wasn't. Brooks, not only was he a trainee pilot, he was also the heir to the Bakelite Plastics fortune in 1942, which was a company worth a lot of money.
Glad to see that military weddings still hold their money back in the 40s.
Their marriage symbolized wealth and prestige. They quickly became known for their intense arguments and jealous outbursts.
Hell yeah.
Sounds like this marriage was destined for greatness.
Those couples are the funnest to hang out with.
They are. Dude, it's so awkward. Whatever. Oh, my God. Both were unfaithful with, they were not very faithful to one another, with Brooks often retreating into extramarital affairs and Barb using her affairs to assert control and independence.
Okay.
Oh, it's toxic shit, man. Despite their differences and repeated infidelities, they remained together, bound by a toxic attachment and perhaps Barb's reluctance to give up the wealth and status she had sought her whole entire life. Because you'll remember, whenever she was young, Dad died, left him in a weird predicament, and she spent every day striving to become part of higher social circles. And when she married this guy, who's rich, powerful,
pilot,
wealthy, she finally got what she'd been clamoring for most of her adult life.
Yeah.
She was
Don't want to give that up.
Birthed into that social circle. She was a socialite. She was being painted for magazines, for fashion magazines. She was, very sought after, her looks were. That, coupled with the social status she gained from marrying this guy, is where she wanted to be. Everything would change, though. They gave birth to a son named Anthony Bakeland on August 28th, 1946. We'll call him Tony for now on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Because Anthony is a kind of a weird name. It freaks me out. Barb's approach to motherhood was intense and possessive. She hovered over baby Tony at all times, dictating everything from his education to his hobbies and even his friendships. She told him who he could and could not talk to, who he could and could not be friends with. She dictated everything about young Tony's life.
If I was a baby and my mom told me who I couldn't be friends with, I'd be pissed.
I'd fucking be really mad.
Sitting here still filling my diaper full of shit and I can't even have my own friends.
Dare you to tell me who I can or cannot be friends with and then breastfeed me, because we talked about hairy areolas earlier.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be having any areolas after I was done with you. They'd call you Miss No Areolas. They'd say, oh, where's this bitch's nipples? Well, she ain't got none, because that fat boy she's fucking nursing bit him off. We should call my mom and ask her if she remembers breastfeeding me. Just ask her a really uncomfortable question. See how.
Yeah. Wonder if you ever sucked them dry.
Just be like, Mom, do you remember breastfeeding me? She'd say, what are you talking about? And I'd say, did it feel good?
Did you ever get turned on? That's so weird.
I mean, dude, I've been with the same girl for pretty much my entire life almost. And, dude, she likes her titties being sucked on.
Yeah, it's a thing. Yeah.
And I know she ain't the only woman out there that likes them things to be fucking, you know what I mean?
Suckled. Yeah.
That's just a weird dynamic to have a baby on there.
It is. It is.
I've heard some women say these titties are for, these titties ain't meant for a baby. These titties are meant for a man.
I like that train of thought.
And then you got people like my wife. She breastfed 3 babies. I've never purchased formula. I have 3 kids and I've never purchased formula.
Damn, man. That's good for you.
But dude,
that shit's expensive.
It is expensive.
It doesn't taste anywhere near as good as tip milk either.
Those things, they were off limits while the baby was doing their thing.
Oh yeah. That's greedy.
But now, dude, I pretend like I'm breathing through them things sometimes. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Suck on it so hard so you can get air from the other one.
See, like, flatten the other one. Suck so hard on one, the other one just turns into like a football got ran over by a tank.
Oh shit!
Never an ill word from her either. Like, God, don't do that. You feel like a baby.
Oh, that's great. Football ran over by a tank.
Look like a Look like an egg hanging from a nail.
Oh shit!
Now she hovered over baby Tony at all times. She told him what he could do, when he could do it, where to go, when he could do it, who he could be friends with, and who he couldn't be. By making herself, Barbara, indispensable in his life, young Tony, she cemented her role as his closest and sometimes only companion, ensuring he grew up dependent on his mother, Barbara. Fearing that others might taint him, Barbara often kept Tony isolated from children his age. Believing he was too special to associate with ordinary peers, she would discourage friendships, claiming that no one could understand him as she did. No one loves you like your mama does, boy. This isolating behavior left Tony socially stunted and with limited outlets for expressing himself or gaining independence. Really fucked him up, man.
I get it. That's some fucking Bobby Boucher shit right there.
Did you see Jason Kelsey take that guy's phone?
Fuck yeah, I did.
Are you on Jason Kelsey's side for that one?
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I am.
So far on his side for that one.
I had to think about exactly what was said, but yeah.
He said
Good for him.
He said the hard F with 2 G's.
Yeah, he called his brother the F slur.
Good for him for taking up for his brother and Taylor Swift.
Yeah. No, that's a stand-up guy right there, man.
That's a scary man.
He's a big fucker, man.
He's like, who's now? He slammed that phone to it.
Dude, he broke the fuck out of that thing.
I know. And I know that poor college student's like, fuck.
Worst case, I mean, all he's got to do is drop $1,000 out of his fucking pocket to buy his new phone for him.
Worth it.
And he got the privilege of teaching him a lesson.
He did.
There you go.
Now, from early on, Barbara's relationship with Tony, her son, involved a troubling degree of emotional manipulation. She would frequently guilt trip him, especially when he had tried to stand up for himself or assert any independence. She'd make him feel as though he owed her his loyalty and attention. Tony grew up in an environment where his mother's mood swings dictated the household atmosphere, leaving him with no stable emotional foundation. That's rough for Tony. Tony was in a bad spot, man. He had a mom that was suffering from debilitating mental health issues that pretty much hid him from the world and dictated every aspect of his life. He really had a miserable upbringing. Now, he was also one thing that people kind of fail to take into consideration here is Tony was thrust into an emotional support role as the dad, Brooks. He was never home. So then his mom, Barbara, she was kind of going through this and that with all these different men, boyfriends, yada, yada. She would confide in Tony all of her sexual struggles, all the weird stuff that she was going through as a woman.
Every son wants to go through that.
She's like, I just can't fucking come. And he's like, fucking 11 years old. Like, Jesus Christ, Mom. It's the 20s. Girls don't come. Well, this would have been the 40s by then. This is the 50s at this point.
I don't even think they figured out what the clitoris was until like the 70s.
50s. Yeah. He's like, what's a cum?
What's a cum? Oh, shit.
Yeah, there's religions out there where like sex is just a ceremonious thing. It's just simply an act to get cum inside of a woman.
It's not for pleasure. It's just.
Could you imagine having sex and not saying, God, this fucking shit feels good. Just
put it in and be like, ew.
Yeah, just put it in and be like, let's get this shit over with.
You just sit there with it inside and just wait for something to happen.
When's this in?
This is awful.
What's a cum? If you know what a cum is, send us an email, bro. Hi, upon you.
What's a cum? We got to keep that.
What does this happen? Where is it?
How do cum?
Does he just show up?
Oh, man.
There's poop coming out of your cum. Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense, Richard. Hezekiah.
Oh, shit.
Barbara's attachment to Tony grew very possessive to the point where she viewed any relationship he had with others as a threat to her influence. Even his friendships and budding romantic interests became objects of her jealousy. So he would he'd get a girlfriend, and Mom would say, oh, well, suddenly you need someone besides me. That's quite insulting that you would need someone else besides your mother. She's a slut. That young girl that you're necking with, she doesn't have any areolas. She's got hairiolas.
There's narrow hair on those areolas.
She's got a hairy butthole. She found out that he was actually, young Tony was bisexual.
Oh.
And whenever she found out that he liked boys too, she said, no one, and I mean no one, is going to put a dick in my son's rectum.
Oh, man. I didn't know bisexuals existed back then.
Apparently they did.
Damn. Good for him.
Yeah, man. And so she determined to fix him.
Okay.
So she started hiring a bunch of prostitutes to come in and fuck him.
Damn.
He's like 16, 17 years old, and his mom's buying hookers to come in and fuck him.
Right.
And these hookers are leaving saying that dude's fucking gay. We can't get him to do anything.
Yeah.
We can't get him to do a cum. We can't get him to do anything. He's not into us.
Man.
So after all these relentless attempts to get her son laid, she said, well, if these fucking whores can't do it, I guess old mama's going to have to do it herself.
Mama knows best.
Mama knows how you like to have your balls licked. If a boy likes his balls licked, so that's what she did.
Man.
She started engaging in incestuous sexual relations with young Tony. So not only was she telling him who he could be friends with and who he couldn't be friends with, where he could go, where he couldn't go, she's riding his dick.
Damn, dude.
Nasty, incestuous, mom on son. Not even stepmom, not even the good stuff like Pornhub.
I was going to say it's not even the good kind.
This is real
Yeah.
mom on son shit.
Wow.
Icky, dude.
What a world.
It's yucky.
It is. It's dirty. It's dirty.
And that's why I knew you guys would like this story. So she's trying to fuck the gay out of him at this point, right?
Yeah,
From
yeah.
1954, when Anthony was 8 years old, the Bakeland family adopted a wandering lifestyle. So we got a little ahead of ourselves. We're going back a little bit here. They were gypsies. They had a wandering lifestyle, splitting time between New York and Europe. They occupied residences in London, Paris, Zermatt, Cap d'Antibes, in Italy. Barbara and her husband Brooks indulged in a lavish lifestyle, hosting parties and engaging in romantic escapades. By 1960, they primarily resided in an apartment in Paris. At a social gathering there, Brooks, her husband, age 35, began an affair with a 15-year-old English diplomat's daughter.
Ooh.
The affair ended after Barbara found out they were having an affair, and she tried to kill herself.
Ooh.
And that's when Brooks said, okay, I will no longer engage in extramarital affairs because when I do, you try and kill yourself.
And with underage girls.
Fast forward a few years to Tony. He's about 20 years old. He was in Morocco with a gay lover.
Okay.
Because you'll remember that he was being treated incestuously by his mother all those years.
Naturally.
So Tony escaped his mother's grasps and went to Morocco with a young man that had introduced him to psychotropic drugs.
Oh, cool. Good for him.
They were doing mushrooms and marijuana and LSD.
And each other.
And each other. They were fucking each other.
He's probably rubbing coconut oil all over his Moroccan body.
Hard gay sex.
Oh, yeah.
In the rectum.
Stinky. Super stinky sex.
You know, when you make love to a man and you've got poopy breath afterwards, that was a fun night.
Yeah.
If you've ever had sex with another man and had poopy breath, send us an email. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to hear your story. broiopodcast@gmail.com.
Hell yeah.
God, where was I?
Butt breath.
Barbara found out that he was in Morocco with his gay lover.
Okay.
She got in a fucking car.
She drive to Morocco.
She drove to Morocco from Spain.
Damn.
And said, Tony, get your ass in the fucking car. And then proceeded to drive back home. Well, when they got to the border, they realized that Tony didn't have a passport.
Oh, shit.
So they were both taken into custody and arrested and jailed shortly, but they got out.
Okay.
But she did get him home from there. After they got home from Morocco, Barb slowly started to come to grips with the fact that her son was gay.
Okay.
But more so gay, he was bisexual. Because not only was he dating this boy that he had been doing drugs with in Morocco, he had a little girlfriend, we'll call it, what do they call the ladies and the fine ladies in Mexico? What's this? The mamacitas.
You can say mamacita.
He had himself a little mamacita. She was 15 years old also.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
He was 20. She was 15. Young Spanish girl by the name of Sylvie.
Jeez Louise.
Mm-hmm. Barb, though, she was cool with that. She said, fine. I like you having a little Spanish girlfriend. I just don't want you to be gay. Same thing my mom and dad did to me. They just said, please don't be gay.
Yeah.
Little do they know that I turned out all right. And just act gay. I don't think I'm gay. I just...
Yeah.
But
you never know, though, really.
At the end of the day, flesh is just flesh.
Sure.
If you bump arms with somebody on the street corner, it's the same as bumping cocks with them.
That's true. My dick's probably a lot cleaner than my arm.
Yep. And it's not hairy.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. My arm or my dick?
I shave my arms, and then my hair's growing back, and I put my arm around my wife, and she's like, oh, my God, why are your arms so prickly? It's disgusting.
It's disgusting.
And I said, well, I watched this video about this bodybuilder said shaving your arms is fucking cool. It makes your arms look better.
Shaving your arms is fucking cool.
So my wife's like, you shave your fucking arms ever again? Because they feel yucky, dude. The hair's growing back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, it's nasty.
Yeah.
It feels disgusting. So then I was like, what do you think I feel like when you don't shave your legs?
Hey, there you go.
I didn't say that. That would be mean.
That's a good rebuttal, though.
I thought it.
Yeah.
And truth be told, it doesn't bother me at all. I still just accomplish. I've never said to her, like, God, your legs are prickly. Because it really does. I just don't care.
Yeah.
Now, if I was making out with her and her, lip was prickly,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
that would be fucking turning me on so much that I wouldn't be able to.
Dad, is that you?
Yeah, Dad, Daddy. You want to talk about making somebody? I'm 37 and I call my dad Daddy. Dude, I get the fucking hardest eye rolls out of him.
You gotta do it in public.
I do.
Daddy. Oh, God.
Dude, talking about uncomfortable.
That's great.
He fucking hates me. Yeah, so Barb, she said, all right, I'm cool with, you may be bisexual, but I'm happy with you having a girlfriend.
Sure.
Well, in February of 1968, Barb found out that her husband was also having sex with a 15-year-old Spanish girl, Sylvie, and she tried to kill herself again.
Damn.
But this time after she tried to kill herself, Brooks said, I've had enough. I'm divorcing this woman.
Okay.
And you know who he married? He married his son's girlfriend, Sylvie, 15-year-old Sylvie. They got married.
Damn, dude.
And they had 2 kids. So Barb, she did spend some time moving on. She got a new boyfriend a year later. He was a pop art curator named Sam Adams Green, which they were hitting it off good. But then he met Barb's gay son, Tony, and he said, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
He's going to fuck me.
Yeah. I'm not trying to get fucked by this kid. So he left. He left town, man. He left Barb because of the boy. Barb hunted this fucking guy down to New York City, found out where he was living at in the middle of a snowstorm.
Damn.
And she ran barefoot across Central Park with like a foot of snow on the ground and started beating on the front door of his apartment complex trying to...
Shit.
She was nutso, dude.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And she was arrested that day. Trespass from the apartment complex.
Wow.
She was a wild one. And like I stated before, the most disturbing aspect of Barbara's obsession with Tony was her alleged attempt to convert him to heterosexuality through an incestuous relationship. There is conflicting reports here, but several sources claim that Barb, in desperation to mold Tony, initiated an inappropriate and abusive relationship with him as means of curing him.
Yeah.
The alleged abuse, the incest, it left Tony profoundly traumatized and confused him about his own sexual identity. During his young adulthood, Tony displayed increasingly regular signs of schizophrenia with paranoid tendencies, and his erratic behavior caused concern among family friends. He was eventually diagnosed with schizophrenia. However, his father refused to allow him to be treated by psychiatrists, a profession he believed to be immoral.
Huh.
At one point, he was being seen by the doctors routinely, and the doctors reached out to the mother and said to Barb, you have to separate yourself from him because he's going to kill you. It was documented in the doctor's paperwork, in his charts, that the doctors had warned Barb that he was going to kill her. Damn. And she said, no, I'll fucking pray the gay right out of him. I can fix this shit too.
Not my baby boy.
He had tried to kill himself multiple times over the years as well. So you got Mom, she's tried to kill herself 6 or 7 times. You've got Tony, who's tried to kill himself so many times that everyone's lost fucking count. He's just lives in a perpetual state of trying to kill himself.
Perpetual state of suicide. That's sad, man.
And his mental health, it continued to decline. He had been in he'd been in and out of psychiatric facilities, including the Priory, a well-known clinic in London, due to several emotional instability episodes of violence and prior suicide attempts. After one of his longer stays, Tony was deemed well enough to return home, largely due in part to Barb's insistence that she could, quote, take care of him. Despite medical recommendations, Barb repeatedly removed him from treatment, believing her control and influence over Tony were more effective than institutional help. Tony's resentment and hatred towards his mother had reached a peak, and as she continued to impose her disgusting will on every aspect of his life, witnesses later recalled seeing Barb berate Tony in public and speak of him as though he were both a failure and her possession, further damaging his already fractured psyche.
Okay.
He was having a hard time with his mom.
Yeah, man.
She was really just doing some bad stuff. She was fucking him.
She had that gripper.
Think about, dude, if your mom looked like that, though. She grabbed a hold of your cock and balls. I remember this dude in school. You had a hot mom. We'd say, dude, we want to fuck your mom. He'd say, you guys are fucking gross. He never said, hell yeah, brother, she's hot. She's got some titties on her. He never said that. He just said, you motherfuckers are nasty.
Yeah, I don't think if you have a hot mom, I don't think you really know it. I mean, maybe you do, but you can't say it.
Listen, I told you about the other day. My brother got drunk, and he was telling this guy at the tailgate how good looking our mom was. He said, she's got silky fucking legs. She's got fucking tan ass skin. And I looked over at my brother and I said, what the fuck is wrong with you?
What are you saying?
She got fucking full tits, dude. What is going on here? Some people just think their mom's pretty.
Hey, that's okay. That's okay.
And some people know their mom's not pretty.
Yeah.
Some people will say, oh, they're being funny with me. I'll say something, they'll be like, oh, your fucking mom's going to find out. And I said,
yeah.
Let her find out, dude. Give it a whirl if you want.
Sure.
Yucky. Nasty people, man. On November 17th, 1972, Barbara and her son Tony, they were alone in her London apartment. In a moment of rage, Tony grabbed a kitchen knife.
Oh, shit.
And stabbed Barbara in the chest.
Dude, right in the tits.
Piercing her heart.
Oh, yeah, right through the titty.
The act was sudden and brutal, reflecting years of pent-up resentment and mental disability. I'm sorry. Instability.
Years of mental disability.
Years of mental disability. Mental instability.
He grabs a knife and you just hear,
I hurt you now. Medical examiners later noted that Barb likely died almost instantly, given the depth and angle of the stab wound. Immediately after stabbing his mother, Tony appeared almost dazed, reportedly unsure of what he'd done. Some sources indicate he attempted to tend to his dead mother as though he hadn't fully processed the enormity of his actions.
Damn, man.
Killing his mother. Tony bad. Tony real bad. Tony kill mom. Tony called the police shortly after the murder, calmly informing them, and we do not have that 911 tape, unfortunately.
Yes, hello. I just killed my mother.
I'd like to report a murder.
There's been a murder.
Tony called the police shortly after the murder, calmly informing them that he'd just killed his mother. The authorities arrived to find Tony waiting for them in the apartment. Seemingly in a state of shock and resignation, he did not resist arrest and offered little explanation for his actions beyond vague statements about their relationship and his feelings of suffocation. She was suffocating his ass with them fucking moon balloons. Now, Tony, they would charge him with murder of his mother.
Sure.
Initially, he pleaded not guilty by reason of insanity, which his defense team argued that he was mentally unstable at the time of the killing and unable to understand the consequences of his actions. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I get
don't
that.
rebuke that. I do believe that's possibly the correct defense here.
Sure.
Now, the public was captivated by the trial. Details about the Bakeland family, their glamorous yet dysfunctional lifestyle, Barbara's possessive relationship with her son, and rumors of abuse and incest came to light, painting a vivid, disturbing picture of a family unraveling behind closed doors. The son's fucking the dad's fucking the son's girlfriend.
The son's fucking a Moroccan.
The son's gay, doing mushrooms in Morocco.
The mom's fucking the son.
The son and the mom are bumping uglies.
Yeah.
Everyone's got bite marks on them.
Do you think she ever sucked the dad's dick and then spit the cum in the son's mouth?
That's a lot, man. That's too much.
I don't think they did that back then.
I don't think. Honestly, dick sucking didn't start until the late 80s.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I've seen 70s dicks, and those things are nasty.
No one had their dick sucked before 79.
That's true. Has to be true. I think that checks out.
I know it's true.
Yeah. When was the first blowjob?
Let's look it up. Google, when was the first blowjob?
The blowjob was founded in 1733 by Joe Blow.
Chimps do it. The first thing it says.
Okay. Hell yeah, man. Several million.
6 things you need to know about the blowjob.
All right.
The first documented blowjob resurrected an ancient Egyptian god. Mother of Christ. We could do an episode about the...
It resurrected an Egyptian god?
Through the mythology. The first...
I'm trying to get that kind of a suck.
Was between the Egyptian god king Osiris and his sister-turned-wife Isis.
Oh, fuck. Never mind. No, I'm not.
Terrorists. The story goes that when Osiris was murdered and chopped up into pieces by his brother, put his body back together, but unfortunately couldn't find the penis. Clearly thinking, what's a man without a penis? She crafted a makeshift dick out of clay, stuck it onto Osiris' crotch, and blew life into him by sucking his clay penis.
Fuck. Suck my clay.
What do you think about clay dicks? Ancient Greeks loved blowjobs, too.
Hell yeah.
Look at that.
I must be Greek.
Look at that little dick on that Greek dude.
Oh, yeah. What the one with the beard's doing the dick fondling.
Looks like a paintbrush.
Why is it so rounded?
I think a chick has a dick in this one.
Yeah, it's 2 gay guys. Those are gays.
I'm confused. I'm aroused and I'm confused. I'm moving on. Tony's lawyers called upon several psychiatric experts who testified about his long history of mental instability. He'd been admitted to psychiatric hospitals many times leading up to the murder, with documented struggles including suicidal ideation, violent tendencies, and signs of schizophrenia. These experts argued that Tony suffered from deep-seated psychological trauma, largely due to his mother's abuse and manipulation.
Sure.
I agree.
Of course.
The jury ultimately convicted Tony of manslaughter rather than murder, recognizing that his actions were influenced by a fragile mental state.
Okay.
Although they did not fully accept the insanity plea. The decision indicated that while they saw Tony as having been mentally impaired, they still believed that he bore some responsibility for his actions.
Okay.
Now, Tony was sentenced to an indefinite term in a psychiatric hospital rather than a traditional prison.
Okay.
He was committed to Broadmoor Hospital, a high-security psychiatric institution in Berkshire, England, reserved for patients who had committed serious crimes.
That almost sounds like he was convicted of, insanity.
Yeah, it does. I mean, they wanted to get him help.
Yeah.
The judge recommended that he remain there until it was deemed safe for him to re-enter society.
Okay.
Upon his release, he had several friends go to, I think he was only in there for a couple years.
It looks like it, yeah.
Anthony, then aged 33,
Okay.
he flew directly to New York City to stay with his 87-year-old maternal grandmother, Nene Daly. This was his mother's mom. 6 days after his release, on July 27th, he attacked his grandmother with a kitchen knife, stabbing her 8 times and breaking several bones.
Oh, my gosh.
He was then arrested by the New York City Police Department, charged with attempted murder, and sent to Rikers Island Prison, which...
Attempted, so she didn't die?
She didn't die.
What a tough fucking broad, man.
Old fucking hag. She knew how to... She got stabbed 8 times. She was 87 years old and lived.
Man, look at her.
After 8 months of assessment by the psychiatric team at Rikers Island, he was expecting to be released on bail at a court hearing on March 20th, 1981. However, the case was adjourned by the judge due to a delay in the transfer of his medical records from the United Kingdom.
Oh, man.
After that, he was returned back to a cell at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and on March 20th, 1981, just a few hours after he was sent back to a cell, 30 minutes after he was sent back to a cell, he was found dead by suicide, having suffocated himself with a plastic bag.
Damn.
And that was the end of the Tony Bakeland, Barbara Bakeland, incestuous love murder.
Nene she triumphed, though.
I can't get your daddy to eat my puss, so I'm going to make his son do it. A lot of people that listen to the Brohio podcast, they get really turned on listening to incestuous stuff.
Right. I mean, it makes sense, I guess. All right, look at that.
Back to daylight savings time.
Oh, okay. Does this coincide with incest at all?
No, I just want to play the song.
Oh, okay.
Where's Jill?
She's really lonely and out walking the cornfield again.
Do you think they will ever find us true love?
Not hanging out with us all day.
We used to be lonely.
Until we met on Farmers Only.
FarmersOnly.com is the new online dating site for farmers, ranchers, and good old country folks.
You don't have to be lonely at farmersonly.com.
City folks just don't get it.
I feel like
Lots of hairy buttholes on that website.
I feel like that's like the stinkiest group of genitalia amongst any group of society.
Hold on a second. I meant to do this. Farmers erotica. I meant to look this up earlier.
Dude, a farmer's ass has to smell so bad.
Oh, yeah. Farm.
Plowing fields all day.
Control and consent in the hay barn. Do we want to read this right now?
Yeah, fucking read it.
This is farmer erotica. This is bonus content. This is only for the people that listen.
If you don't listen, the same for you.
Damn, it was hot and humid. With rain in the forecast, we had to get the hay in. We had to get the hay in now. It'd already been a long day, and my shirt was stuck to my back. Hay dust exploded out the barn with every bale we threw into place. I heaved the next one out of the pickup. I'm strong, lean, and wiry, but shit, this girl Charlie was putting me through my paces. On top of that, she was getting snippy. Fuck, Tom, seriously, she said now. Didn't I just tell you we're stacking on the north end first? Her shirt was sweat-soaked, too, but loose enough that I'd been getting glimpses of her midriff and sport bra all day. Damn, I wanted her so bad. She knew it, too. But we were just friends, right? That north? She practically shouted, stomping into my personal space and pointing. She scowled up at me. I guess I'd dropped the last bale in the wrong place again. Her hair was coming out of her ponytail and falling in her face, and there was smudged dirt across her cheekbone where she'd tried to push it away. Anger surged through my tired frame, and I sucked in a sharp breath, and I smelled her then. Sweet and musky and warm with hay and sweat and desire, crashed like a wave.
Keep going, buddy. You got me stiff now.
Without meaning to, I grabbed her by the upper arms and half carried her, half pushed her backward to the north. Sorry.
You're good. You're good.
Pushed her backward to the north end of the barn. I shoved her up against the wall of bales. This north, I growled. Ow, she said, let's go. I will, I rasped, my deep voice rough with dust and desire. I'll go in a minute. She writhed in my grip, grabbing handfuls of my shirt in her fist. I pushed my hips up against her to hold her still. Damn, that was a mistake. I could feel the heat of her up against my thighs as her boots scraped briefly for purchase on the dirt floor. Charlie. My voice dropped deeper. It took all the control I could muster to simply hold still. My body was screaming at me to take her, to rip her clothes off, devour the panting mouth so close to mine. Her hips ached to thrust deep and show her who was really in control. Wait a second. Sorry, my fucking vision's getting blurry. I think I'm having a stroke.
This is fucking long, dude.
It's really long.
But months.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave cliffhanger there. It's a farmer erotica.
You're fucking checking out in the middle of the story. Oh shit. Just fucking checked out, and I'm done.
There's some hard dicks. I'm tired of
Yeah.
reading it, dude. I get tired, dude.
You just edged me so hard.
I get what's my wife call it? She calls it something for me now. What's she say? She says I'm overstimulated. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because I'm just getting so anti-person. She'd be like, "Oh, you're overstimulated today, aren't you?" And I'll say, "No, I'm just fucking sick of people." What?
Oh, dude. Yeah, I get like that sometimes.
I don't get sick of normal. I just get sick of people. Like, sick of people that have no social awareness at all.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, that's definitely understandable.
And this feels like a good moment for me to endorse my presidential candidate. Beavis and Butthead, 2024. No. Well, I guess next time we talk, we'll have a no presidential nominee.
Yeah.
Who do you think it's going to be? Who do you think it's going to be?
Who do I think it's going to be?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know.
Well, there's a lot of fuckery going on both sides.
Yeah. I really don't fucking know. I think, like, typically, if you were to ask me 2 months ago, even a month ago, I think I would have said landslide Trump.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not so sure anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. They've both been campaigning their asses off, man.
Sure.
Oh, fucking, what's her name? Kamala was on Saturday Night Live. So there was a FTC. Well, I don't know. So there's a rule that the president can't be on primetime TV this close to the election without the other one having the same amount of time.
Okay.
So Kamala was on Saturday Night Live, which was created an issue. So then Donald Trump, they had to match that. They had to give him however much time she was on there. They had to give it to Donald Trump.
Okay.
So he had like 90 seconds during the NASCAR race yesterday.
I didn't know about this.
Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Because, yeah.
Nothing's more American than that, though. You know, it's
I promise you that everyone watching that fucking race planned on voting for him.
they all probably cried like a tear or two, I love this country.
I got to step outside for a second. And it ain't to give him another beer either.
It's for Dale.
I got something in my fucking eye. Oh, hell, I went out there to check on Charlie and Rick bailing hay. They're fucking each other on the north end of the board. I tried to get him in the house because Trump was on there in the fucking Talladega 9000.
Talladega 9000.
They're out there fucking each other on bale hay.
Oh, shit.
And I said, why are y'all doing that?
Jill.
She's
You don't have to be lonely no more.
field again.
Do you think they will ever find us?
Never gonna find love.
Out with us all day.
We used to be lonely.
Until we met on Farmers Only.
Farmers only.
We like to smell like pigs when we fuck each other.
Farmers, ranchers, and good old country folks.
It's wild that this is really a thing.
Looks like
Folks just don't get it.
looks like they
Tractor
shot this commercial on a iPhone potato, whatever generation that was.
Right. Love it. Love it.
All right, guys. Well, have a great week. We'll have this episode up for you tonight, and it'll be that'll be good content for the week.
Hell yeah.
And if nothing else, at least you have us.
You'll always have us. We'll always be here. We'll never let you
I'll
down.
be there. And it's 8:00 already.
Yeah, it is.
All right, guys.
All right. Get out there, vote. Ross Perot, president.
See ya.
Bye. Love you.
You don't have to be bad, Barb.
Leroy Brown.
Bad, Leroy Brown, baddest cat in the whole damn town. Bad in the old King Kong, bad in the jungle dog.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hey, I'm late. Yeah, you're fucking late.
Yeah, you are.
Better late than never.
Who you guys voting for? Leave it in the comments.
We're voting for Donald Trump, or we're voting for Kamala. Lion Kamala.
Kamala.
That's what Trump called Lion Kamala.
Ooh, shit.
You can tell someone that supports Kamala Harris by if they call her Kamala, they're supporters. If they call her Kamala, they don't support her.
I say Kamala.
Oh, Kamala.
I didn't know until for the longest time. I thought that's just how it was pronounced.
I had to correct myself out of just respect for other people because I'd say, I fucking think Kamala Harris sucks. And they say, what do you think of Trump? I'd say, oh, I think that motherfucker sucks too. I think they both suck dick.
It's weird, man. It's
Like, well, you shouldn't call her Kamala.
Kamala.
Pamela. I call her like Camila. That's what I call her. It's Camila.
Kamala.
So, all right, get out there and vote, guys.
Yeah, vote.
Take care.
Love ya.
See ya.